Dixon. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They stay on the ground with Dixon. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now Bradford on 2nd down. Flush to his right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On 1st down, they go with Dixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackle.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
On second down, Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Bradford from the gun on third down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and short yardage. Bradford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And some room to work. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Dixon on the give from Flacco. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Flacco from the gun. And this is caught. Jeremy Maclin. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in with Dixon. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Kenneth Dixon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A reminder later tonight, a game some folks have had circled on their calendars since the schedule came out in April. That's the Super Bowl rematch. Falcons, Charles, at Foxborough to take on the Patriots.
Super Bowl 51.5, anyone?
Then on Monday night, that's no slouch either. An NFC East battle between the Redskins and the Eagles. Throwing, Bradford. He's got Floyd out left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. On play action, Bradford. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the gun on third down, Bradford. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Brett Perriman there, and that'll bring up second down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Passing play, Flacco. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Flacco. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Steelers, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. To return, here's Michael Campanero. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. They'll start the drive with Dixon. And now running right through it. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. The play fake. Bradford going deep for Diggs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12. Flacco. Hard throw, incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the rookie from Alabama, Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. 14 yards that time for number 14. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And Rudolph has it left side. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Second down, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. They go play action. Bridgewater. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Flacco gives off to Dixon. Finding some room at midfield. And a cutback right sideline. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him at the 24-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 52 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Now it's Dixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. So still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. 3rd and just 1. It's Flacco. And he's got his man. That's Macklin. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kenneth Dixon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. On the move to his left. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So it'll be 1st down here after the run.
Let's go.
On the carry, it's Cook. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Bridgewater to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Floyd. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
You and I both know that you don't really, truly replace Adrian Peterson. But Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
They'll run with Cook. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Second and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And it's the Steelers who've moved out in front in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll run it with Dixon. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Final minute now of the third quarter. They'll run with Dixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Second down, Flacco now. A swing pass caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So they're operating in the red zone. They come out here in the eye. First and goal here from the 2. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it second and goal. They'll try again with Dixon. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. The first carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Tiger.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. A toss to Cook. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw, Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Bridgewater buying time to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Let's go. Wide 80. Force. Check the backer. Tiger.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman
that's
with the Eagles.
That's right. It's them with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Flacco. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Tiger, force. Be ready. Wide
80. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
They are in the 4th in Buffalo, and the Bills have wound up winning that football game. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. And now here come the Ravens. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Danielle Hunter in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is all 30 yards downfield after that play.
Flacco. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Setting to throw, Flacco. He's got his man, that's Wallace. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Flacco to throw. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers coming away victorious there. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. A run by Dixon. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. First OT toss coming for Joe Flacco. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Dixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Flacco from the gun. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. On the give, this is Dixon. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Right back to Dixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their 2nd timeout here. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Shift together here from the D-line. And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. Here's Dixon. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Ravens, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.